You know, if you're coming into the industry, a lot of these kids, you know as well as I do, they're here for a job. To my understanding and the way I feel is take them guys and see if we can make them good asphalt men. See if they've got it in them.
And then you got, some really good guys that are in place right now, but 10, 15 years from now, we're gonna be going through a process. And it's gonna be a process of elimination. We're gonna have to train throughout that whole process, And that'll be on the office to be able to continue keeping up with the new technologies, the guys in the field to learn the new technologies, and then to be able to train all over again. Just like the older guys are doing now with everything they know,
But it's worth it for that one. Then you work on getting the number 2 guy.
Definitely got the youth in our program, so we're ready. We're ready.
Basically, what I have here is our strategic plan. Our ethos were the core values that characterize how APAC will be perceived by customers and competitors. Part and parcel to the perception will be how APAC's managers and workers navigate disagreements with customers over quality standards. The core belief is the customer may be wrong, but the customer is always right, except in a rare instance when a customer is abusive in language or demeanor to an employee. So we choose who to work for.
Love that.
And we choose who not to work for.
He's very open about, with not just me, but with everybody, about where the future of the company is headed, what his vision for the company is, and what our goals are. May not know exactly how we're going to get there, but he knows where he wants to go, and we're all fighting towards a common goal.
He'll ask everybody to turn in something, and it'll be a piece of paper. It'll have like ethos, pathos, all this stuff, and what you think about yourself, where you think your crew's going to be, and what are your goals for the company. And I think he kind of bundles all that together. For his birthday, he'll ask us to write him what we want to do better, and how we want to get there.
This was done in 2017. Okay. We got all these little things that we've checked off. We had 14 items. Improve preventative and corrective maintenance and equipment record keeping, which, we're working on that back there. So seek and find continuous quality improvement of the process, policies, administrative personnel, work site procedures. We hired a controller. We got, our CFO, our chief of staff, Jim. He's a retired colonel. And then I've got my senior vice president, Mandy, Mandy Nees.
What this industry struggles with employment and keeping staff is that for so long it was very blue collar and lower wage, but I think it's finally come to terms with the construction industry is viable for people who want to go to work. You don't have to be a plumber or an electrician or whatever. You can come work. For me, I want to see us be able to foster a really good group of people in the future, continuing to supply good jobs to people rather than just, paying a wage. I want these people to be proud to come to work like we've always been.
We've gotten to a point where we're at a good size and we have a good capacity of work. We've always been basically a mom and pop company, but now we're kind of to the size you can't really run it like that anymore. We've grown to a pretty big size over the last several years, and we're really trying to fine tune and polish everything that we have right now.
It was 20 people, and it was then 50 people, and then it jumped to 100 people, and then now it's nearly doubled that. What I saw in the beginning, the parts that I enjoyed the most about knowing every person who worked for me, now there's people, I see their names, but I don't know their face. That's become the hard part for me. I want to keep what we have. I want people to know who he is. I want people to know who they're working for and not just a name of a company. And I worry about the growth and losing some of that.
Seek, hire, retain exceptional people. Through leadership, coaching, training, cross-training, develop the best paving and concrete construction crews in the industry. That's our goal.
We've never looked at hiring anyone temporarily. We look at everything as, okay, this is another step. And so for me, it's about being able to continue to foster good, living, functional, jobs for people that are supportive of their families and the whole goal of having healthy employees.
In my career, I've had to tell 2 families that their loved one wasn't coming home. It's pretty rough. I don't want to make it 3. That's hard to swallow. It's hard to swallow when you tell a loved one that their family member's not going to make it home because something happened on the job. The older guys, I believe we're more rough and harsh on the younger guys because we do not want them to make the mistakes. I've made the mistakes in our industry that cost money. So when you're working for another person and you're training somebody that's working for another person, you don't want them to make the mistakes that you've already done.
It's changed. In 40 years, it's changed a lot from where I was at. Same type of work. You got to make a good-looking job. It's got to ride good, and it's got to last. Can I ignite a little fire? Can the guys feel what I'm trying to feel? Because really, a hard thing to say, but my next strategic plan is phasing me out. Yeah. When you grow up, what do you want to do?
I want to be a worker.
You want to be a worker?
Yeah, because my dad's a worker and I want to be just like him.
So you're going to help build roads in the state of Georgia?
Yeah.
And all over the United States?
Yes.
Have you ridden in a dump truck before?
Yeah, with my dad.
And your dad rode in a dump truck with me before.
I already know that because you both are workers and my dad is your dad.
Or I'm your dad's dad.
Yeah.
I know my son is not me. There's things that he does that he does not get from me. And there's things that he does get from me. I've always told myself that I'm gonna let him be who he wants to be. Seeing my son say that, he wants to be one of the workers, it's special.
The future really is endless for us. When I started with you, we were 15 people, and now I think we're approaching 200 people. The more we do, the more we surround ourselves with great people, the quicker it grows.
I want to see Ernie be able to enjoy his life. Man works crazy. He works as hard as I do, and I know what I put in, and I think he probably puts in more. For me, it's more about being able to watch the boys grow up and accept their responsibility in it.
We've had a lot of conversations around here about who is the future of the company and how is the company going to operate in the future.
Let's just say you're one of my sons and you don't fit that position, well, you're not going to get promoted into that position just because you have Lopez as your last name.
Coming from corporate America, I still remember an employee ID versus being part of a family. The goal is to watch the family continue to prosper and to watch the boys, come into their own and find their place. We're at an age where they're more like little brothers. I want to see my little brothers do good, right? And they've gotten to the point where I'm so proud of each of them because they have overcome and they've done things. I want to see their dad confident in what's here, that he can enjoy life outside of this place.
The way I see it, I've tried to let my dad know, you've worked hard for a really long time. When you're ready, take a step back, let the people that you've put in these roles continue to make this thing go, and relax a little bit, have some fun. You have grandkids now. You've built all of this, all of this success for the company, for yourself, for all of the people that you've brought with you through the company.
I would be most excited about potentially bringing my boy into this world, and his name's Silo, so what better world would he be in than asphalt? For me, I would like to just keep moving up and keep getting better and making sure that if somebody's going to move up, they got somebody that can take their spot and comfortably do it.
I think I'm intrigued to learn more how the business side goes and, getting the jobs, learning how to really price a job, because I know how to do the job. I know what it takes to do the job, but putting numbers to that is an art in itself.
I'm just planting the seeds for tomorrow, so that we can continue to go. Yeah, I've got 5 sons, but I've got 175 employees. Which one of them are going to step up? Who's going to be the leader tomorrow? The reality of what we're doing here is we're trying to build something for the future of everyone that is working here at Atlanta Paving and Concrete, because I think everybody in this company has a piece of them in it, and we're all putting everything we got every day. We're all trying to do our job, and if we all do our job, it'll be successful for all of our families. This year we'll embark on my 40th season somewhere around November. I've learned a lot of things by being in this industry. I've learned that it takes everything you got every day. I've learned that it takes surrounding yourself with hardworking people, with integrity, and the will to do something extra every day to accomplish what we need to accomplish, to get everybody back home, and to be respectful of the opportunity that we've been given as a company, as individuals, because we're a direct representation of all the families that work here and all the customers that give us the opportunity. So we want to be good stewards of that. We want to build a legacy here, a legacy of many, not of me, but of our people and what our people can contribute to make this an everlasting company that will stand up to the test of time. I've come to the realization that there is people that are working with me that can take my position. We don't have to break any records. We just got to be consistent in what we do and do every job like it's your first job and perhaps maybe your last job, and give the customers what they have contracted us to do and exceed their expectations by delivering them a product and a service that is unmatched in the asphalt world, concrete world, construction world, where quality still counts and doing the right thing matters. This is not a cheap industry that we're in. It's not an easy industry to stay in, but with some dedication, motivation, and the right people, anything's possible. That's Atlanta Paving and Concrete Construction.